What empowerment of Aboriginal people means to me is giving us our own voice for our life, our future. Who knows better but us? You know, we've been dictated to for many, many years about this is the right way, this is the way you do it and how you do it. Not no more. We need to have a voice and things can only get better with that empowerment.
Justice Reinvestment, what it means particularly to me is taking, I guess, the substantial amount of funding that's being invested into punitive measures and putting that back in the community, reinvesting that back and divesting that back in the community. I think that's something that's been overlooked over many years, and we're really putting that into and changing the narrative on that and what it means.
It's really about putting resources back into community for Aboriginal people to be able to make the decisions that will make a difference and change the trajectory that young people are, you know, the path that they're on.
What makes our model quite unique is that we've built it from the ground up, which is really important to ensure that every step was owned by First Nations people of birth.
What we're trying to change in Moree is how we do things. We've got, many people have heard it, number of organisations, 72 plus organisations in this community, multi-million dollars coming in, and we've still got all these problems.
What's been happening with Just Reinvest in Mount Druitt is having conversations with the services, putting in data requests, so then we can show community what that data shows around what's not working.
This is about actually going to the people that you would want to normally consult the community and just going to them and just being very direct and just being like, what's your experience like with Mount Druitt Police? What's your experience like when the first night you were ever in Cobham, you know? And we've got some really we've got the truth, you know? And now we just want people to be able to believe it, number one, but then also act on it.
The government's pouring all the money into the jail system, and it needs to be poured into early intervention and certainly with our young people, and I mean young people as young as 5 and 6. So they've given that opportunity to not follow this vicious cycle in the community and see that that there's a good path.
I think government needs to actually care enough for Aboriginal people to listen to them and to consider what they say that they need to fix their lives up. And respect what the Aboriginal people say, because we are the ones that knows what we need better than they do.
I just seem to think that the formula that we have at the moment is starting to break through. And that's certainly with the view of totally empowering community to take hold of those burning issues. To get to the underlying cause of what's going on and what's challenging, you know, young people, but also children, young people and families.
We have the blueprint, and that blueprint has always been, you know, Aboriginal community-controlled organisations and self-determination in our culture. Everything that we're reacting to now with all of our work is all the continuation of 250 years of trauma, and it's going to continue on unless we can stop it, and we're only going to stop it by pausing for a second and finding out what is the real issues, you know, and our real strengths. And our real strengths and our real power lie within ourselves, not lie within those young people, you know. And so if we can empower them to understand that they're not just on that wheel and it's not just going to continue, that they can actually be something different, and we can put all that effort into them. Might not be perfect, but it'll be a lot more easier for that next generation coming through.